What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for another backyard simulator session. As you can tell, a few things have changed out here since the last time I was playing. First and foremost, all the snow melted. It's actually really nice out today. It's about 60 degrees, so pretty big swing in temperature and weather from the last time when we had 2 feet of snow on the ground. But first time out here in a little while. Real quick, few things have changed since the last time I've been out here. First and foremost, like I said, the weather really nice out today. This is going to be like the warmest day in about 2 weeks, so I want to get out here. Since the last time I played, I wasn't very happy with, in general, how I've been playing lately, but especially out when I was playing with the snow. Wasn't very happy with how I was hitting the ball and how I played. So between then and now, over the course of about a week and a half, I hit almost 2,000 shots back here, right around 350 shots per session. It was like I was on a pace of every 1 to 3 days coming out here and practicing. So I think I added it up before. I think it was like 1,928 shots over the course of like a week and a half. All that to say, during the course of that, I pulled something on my right side. That started to get a little bit better, and I still kind of tried to push through that. As a result of that, I started to overcompensate and favor this right side, so then I pulled something on my left side. So dealing with that a little bit right now. Still both, I can feel some weakness kind of in my obliques. I think it's borderline kind of sports hernias, which are not really a hernia, it's more so just the overuse of twisting and repetitive motions. So basically I think I pulled something on both of my sides. But during those practice sessions, both good and bad, one of the times I actually came out after I pulled my right side. I came out, I think it was the day after, just to swing easy and try to loosen it up a little bit. And I actually had the best session I've ever had back here. I think I hit the ball the best I ever have in my life. Part of that was I came out just saying, I'm gonna swing easy. If I hit it a club or two short, so be it. Eventually I kind of got loosened up and I was striking the ball really, really well. Go figure, that didn't last super long. After that I came out and I was back to not so great again, but at least I know I'm capable of that, and I'm gonna aim towards that. Back down to my regular settings with 5,200 feet on the altitude, 65% humidity, and 85 degrees. The R10 is back lowered again with the snow, so feel good about all my weather settings and the distances I'm going to be getting. Got my 7-iron back from TaylorMade. I sent that in because the head was coming off. They took care of that, sent it back in a pretty efficient manner. I think it was about a week and a half all said and done. By the time I sent it in, they repaired it and sent it back, which was good. Put the 3-wood shaft back in my driver, was experimenting with that, and I think besides that, we're gonna give this a go. So kind of took my time, hit about 25 shots before, started off pretty slow, hit some that were pretty good. I bundled up a little bit more so than I needed to, just so I have a sweat going right now. I want to keep kind of my core and my muscles as warm as possible, not to hopefully overdo anything again, but I feel all right. We're gonna give it a go. I think there was a list of things I wanted to mention before, but I think that's about it. So real quick for the rundown, Garmin Approach R10 behind me on a DIY level stand, back to where I was for pretty much normal settings now. DIY stance mat, Country Club Elite mat, brand new sleeve of Callaway Super Fast Balls 10x7 nets, home tee here you're seeing on the screen. And for today's video, still going through the villages videos. I'm going to start off again with a par 3, they call it Executive Course. It's just a shorter course. I'm not sure if I'm going to stick to these. We'll see how this 9 holes go. If I feel some kind of tweaks in my obliques again or whatever, I may either just call it after this one. I want to get something on camera, or we'll possibly see, maybe I'll go and swing driver a little bit. I'm assuming there's usually 1 or 2 par 4s mixed in here, so I'll probably have to hit driver at some point, but we'll see how it goes. But this video we're doing El Santiago Executive Course. This is a level 1 course located at 2381 Enrique Drive within the Villages in Florida. So basically just a short 9-hole par 3 course. We're going to give it a go. Swing wise, I've been messing around with a bunch of different stuff, grip, stance, everything else. Today I just not focusing on a ton. I just want to try to make contact with the ball and not pull anything and make any injuries worse. But working on more so just initiating kind of that lower body and getting a little bit more in the takeaway in my backswing, a little bit more turn and kind of movement in the lower body, kind of bringing that right hip back and initiating a little bit more with my legs. We'll see how that goes, but let's get into it after that lengthy intro. First hole, par 3, 112. Gonna go approach wedge. This is kind of an in-between number, so hopefully we just get it around the ballpark. I'm gonna try my best to hit about 110 here. We'll see how it goes. Contact felt pretty good, right in the middle of the club face. Didn't swing super hard at it. Go. Ooh, that might be a +3. Good start though. I've been focusing on trying to compress the ball better. Bogey wasn't a good start score-wise, but good start swing and contact-wise. Been trying to work on compressing the ball better and floating it a little bit lower. Last time I came out and practiced, I was popping everything up again, so focus on having my weight a little bit more forward, a little more forward press. All right, bogey to start off. Second hole, par 3, 121. So I think I'll probably stay with this approach wedge. Usually when I hit this full, it's been about 125-ish. Want to really try to, again, flight this low. Sometimes when I catch this and take a full swing with it, it's 51 degrees, so I can get up and over the net pretty quick. But I'm going to try to flight it low, see if I can keep this into the net. See what we can do here. A little bit heavy, pulled it a little bit left, and maybe short left, but hopefully we put enough on there to get it there. Looks like we did. Generally, that pull is going to be a little bit lower spinning, a little bit more distance. 124, not too bad. 6 yards left or so, but take that. That'll be a par. So 1 over through 2. Third hole, another par 3. All right, this may be a round of approach wedges here. 117 down 1, so 116, same thing, going approach wedge. Try to take about 10 yards off of that last swing I just had. Still decent contact, right in the middle of the club face. I was right in the sweet spot. Popped it up just a little bit, but should be decent. Looks like it's fading a little bit. Good number distance-wise. All right, I guess we're still sticking with it. 1 over through 3, fourth hole, par 3, 119. So this is going to be about 90-95%, I think, on this approach wedge. A little bit toe side, pop that one up. It's going to be straight. Go. Ooh. Actually, flew a little bit more than I thought it would. Caught that one a little bit on the mat first, but we got it to work out. Again, warmest it's been here so far, so 60 degrees. I'm going to be able to get a little bit more distance. Granted, I have the injury issues going on. Am I going to get through this whole round with one club? 115. All right, back to even. Fifth hole, par 3, 115. Granted, like I said, with my injuries, I'm going to be swinging, not going fully at it, which is kind of why I want to leave the driver in the bag a little bit. But I think with the warmer temperature and being bundled up, should be able to see some extra distance out of some of these clubs, even though I'm swinging a little bit easier. So, all right, 115. Approach wedge again. That was a little bit heely. Still decent contact. Popped that one up a little bit too. I may need to go just a little bit, but I think it's still on the front side. Fly on my phone. You got it there. So far, I mean, I've been striking things decent these first couple holes. May have to just call it a day after one. Quit while I'm ahead. Alright, 6th hole par 3. We're changing the club. I could probably muscle up and get that approach wedge there, but I'm going to swing easy with the pitching wedge. 129. Believe it or not, that one day when I came out here and I hit it, probably the best I ever had in my life, I was hitting everything 10, 20 yards further across my bag, so I was getting this pitching wedge up to 145, sometimes into the 150s, and there was no joke, a couple times I hit my 7-iron. I was just absolutely hammering the ball out here. I was working on flighting it low, so some of them were just kind of low line drives. They're not exactly shots that you would always play trying to get the ball to stop on a green, but I hit a couple of my 7-irons. Granted, these are 770s as well, so basically a club weaker than my old clubs, but I got a couple 7-irons into the 220s, which is pretty crazy. So sometimes you come out, you start hitting the ball good, and you just get that confidence going, you feel like you can't miss, and I was really just flushing everything and hammering the ball. But I don't know if that's in the cards for today, but I know at least that's in there, and I'm capable of it. So let's see what we can do here with the pitching wedge. Heavy, popped it up and left. Hopefully that catches the front left side. I don't know if it will. That was pretty far left and I popped it up. Stay on the green. Oh, +3 I think. Alright, we're gonna go back to 1 over. Seventh hole, par 3. Only 2 holes after this. I don't know if this might just be a strictly par 3 course. Alright, 145 down 2. So we're looking at 143. Gonna go choke down 9-iron. A little bit thin, a little bit left. Might actually be too much because I've hit it so thin, but it should be on the green, I think. Maybe backside. Yeah, long left. 153, that's kind of what I'm talking about with the warmer temperature. Choked down on that. And that was still closer to like my regular 9-iron distance. 8th hole, par 3. Grab a drink real quick. Nice and sunny out, so a little bit tough to see the camera, but it looks like we're still going, which is always good. Alright. 1 over through 7. 8th hole, par 3, 135. So this should be a good stock pitching wedge swing here. Don't need to hammer it, don't need to do anything special. Just gotta get the club on the ball here. That's what I was doing the other day. I think it'll still be front side, but that's a pop-up. Again, not swinging super hard at it, but I mean that same swing, if I can just work on compressing it and flooding it lower, I could get an extra 10-15 yards out of that same swing. That could be a 140, 145 type shot instead of 130 popped up. That was pretty high in the air. Granted, it stops easier on the green, which is good, but all right, 9th and final hole. So no par 4s on this one, which is good. Feeling all right so far. I may get a little overzealous and maybe we'll go to a couple championships. Kind of want to hit driver a little bit, but we'll see. So far so good. 1 over through 8, 9th hole, par 3, 153. So this should be just a stock 9 here. Hit it decent, a little bit thin, a little bit toey. Should be left side. Alright, take that. Not the best contact in the world, but we're on the green. So I believe that's going to put us 1 over for the round. So take a look at this real quick. From El Santiago Golf Course. Again, this was a level 1 executive course within the villages. The way they rank them is levels 1 through 4, 1 being the easiest, 4 being the most challenging. All par 3s on this one. Usually they mix in 1 or 2 par 4s, but no complaints here with my injury situation. But 1 over, 28 through 9 holes. Not too bad. Bogey on 1, bogey on 6. We got a bird on 4, the rest were pars. 9 out of 9 greens regulation. 19 putts, that's a little bit much. 1 over, 2 putts hole just because of the couple plus 3s we had. But I mean, all in all, not too bad. Go figure, on days that I come out, when I hit the ball the best, I came out saying I want to swing a little bit easier, and then a day like today, trying to swing a little bit easier as well, and we're relatively consistent. So should probably take note of that and try to play more towards that, a little bit more controlled in the future. Although I go back and forth between saying, all right, I'm going to swing a little bit easier, a little bit more controlled, lower my dispersion a little bit, focus on scoring, and then I get too much into that mindset and I feel like, all right, I need to ramp up speed again, and I want to start swinging hard and have fun kind of gripping it and ripping it. So a constant back and forth game, as you guys know, but all in all, not too bad. First round out here. I'm going to reset things here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I think I'm going to venture to a championship course, and we'll see how it goes. I may, instead of my 4 usual courses, playing 36, maybe I'll just stop at 3. Maybe I'll do 1 championship and 1 more executive after this. We'll see how driver feels, but just going to swing easier on that as well. Hopefully just a little bit more slower and controlled, a little bit more of that deeper turn with my lower body. I can still get some decent distance on some of the shots without having to feel like I'm swinging out of my shoes and make my oblique injuries any worse. But that's what I have. Glad I got to come out here, get something on camera. Really nice day out. So like always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.